Right, let's get started. My name is Ali, and this is FxCanvas, an ambitious new way to render images entirely in the cloud. FxCanvas is a novel service for programmatic image generation. It's designed to let engineering teams offload all the grunt work, so you can focus on the actual value your images deliver instead of fighting to get pixels on screen. Right now, building dynamic images for production eats up serious engineering bandwidth. You've got to handle design, rasterization, publishing, and distribution. It's a big commitment, especially in environments where reliable graphics libraries aren't easy to integrate. FxCanvas tackles this with a clean, lightweight SDK powered by a declarative, immediate mode API. You draw vector graphics exactly like you would with HTML5 canvas, but without any of the local rendering overhead that usually comes with that. The way it works is that your drawing commands get encoded into a compact bytecode payload, sent over a simple HTTP request, and you get back a fully rendered image. Better yet, those images can be persisted across multiple regions at once and delivered globally through a built-in CDN. FxCanvas was crafted with total programmer control in mind. The primitives stay low level on purpose, giving your team the freedom to compose sophisticated custom visuals without ever being limited by templates. And true to that philosophy, you decide exactly how your images are stored and for how long. Now, let's move on from the theory, and I'll show you how this works in practice with some real code. Keep in mind that I will be using Bun, a JavaScript runtime, for the following example, but that is just for demonstration purposes. The same concepts apply to all current and future SDKs. As I mentioned earlier, FxCanvas ships with many of the drawing primitives you would expect in any 2D graphics API. In this demo, I will create a simple banner with a pleasant background gradient and some call to action on top. Maybe something like, don't waste your chance. Try FxCanvas for free. Our SDK lets you load true type fonts, either locally or remotely. I will be using Cal Sans from cal.com, which looks really slick. As you can see, the image on the right updates automatically as I change the code. But this is only because I set up my Bun script that way. You can configure yours to send an email, post on social media, or use any other integration you want. Allow me to tinker with the text for a second here. This is a good opportunity to let you know that it is possible to apply gradients to any shape, including font glyphs. Okay, my banner is looking good already, but a bit plain, so maybe I should add a rounded rectangle with some text, so that it looks like a clickable button when viewed inside an email. All right. This is still lacking some personalization. The fundamental value proposition of server-generated images is the ability to engage with users using more precise information about who they are and what they are interested in. So I should make my function take a string parameter with the user's first name, which I can then randomize just for testing. The code for this project is slowly growing larger, so I will take the opportunity to move around some declarations such that they can be reused. While I do that, take a moment to appreciate how the input name changes every time I re-render the banner, which happens every time I save the TypeScript file. These names are sourced from a predetermined list of names, but you can imagine how this can be extended to draw profile pictures, showing recently browsed shopping items, or perhaps some usage metrics that may be of relevance to the user. Great. I have also prepared a different font for my Japanese audience, so I will add a function parameter to control the language used for rendering the image. Looks nice, right? But where's our logo? Our SDK makes it easy to use local or remote images. This time I can just create a new image object and point it to a version of the logo hosted on our website. Keep in mind that PNG, JPEG and WebP are all supported as both input and output formats. Good, now it looks professional. We support an increasing collection of extensions, which are non-conventional features that can really supercharge what you can achieve with the least possible amount of code. Right now, I am not very satisfied with the gradient background I chose. I do like the colours, but it is just too boring. I will take this opportunity to show you the text-to-image extension, which is one of the easiest ways out there to access AI image generation. In this case, I will prompt the AI to generate a very soft macOS wallpaper with a sky-like pastel colour field gradient to be mixed with the colours I am already using for my existing background gradient. The cool thing is that I can draw AI-generated images just like I would draw normal images. This means in a single function call, just like I drew the logo. Every time I send a request, I will get a different image, which is fine, but a bit slow, as you can see. The right way to approach this is to lock in a specific seed, which controls the randomness of the model. This can be any integer value. You can now see that even though I make changes to the text, the generated image stays the same, and the image is generated much faster. Okay, let me show you another one. The Simple Human extension leverages the text-to-image backend, but focuses it on the generation of torso-up human models, which you can customize with ease. Let me show you how good this is by adding a simple human model on the center of the image. The simplest way to use this takes no parameters and will generate a random person every time. However, most of the times you will want to specify some characteristics, like the way the model should pose or how they should dress. There are many combinations to try out, or limitless combinations if you're willing to write your own prompts. But for this demo, I will just specify that our model should be a blonde executive wearing a red suit. And there we have it. Every time I send a request, I will get back a different model with the specified characteristics. You can also control the seed by hand to improve performance and ensure that the same image is used every time, deterministically. Finally, I want to show you one more thing before we wrap up this demo, and that is the QR extension. This is very useful if you are displaying images on public screens, TVs, or live streams. I can include a QR link to the FxCanvas website by writing a single line of code, but I will place it within a white rounded rectangle so that it looks good. Feel free to try scanning that QR code with your phone. I promise that it will work. Alright, that's all I have to show you today. Hopefully I've piqued your interest with these examples. And remember, you can join the FxCanvas Alpha for free. No credit card required. It's all about testing the boundaries of what our systems can do and improving them so that they can handle even more complex workloads. My name is Ali, and I am looking forward to seeing what you create.